Welcome to Chris B Movies. My name is Chris, and I love B movies. This is the third of my collection overview. Just doing 8 at a time. Just showing you everything that I have. DVDs, VHS, Blu-Rays, 4Ks. Yeah, man, I'm showing you them all. We're going to start off with some Andy Milligan Blu-Rays, and I have some single copies of Bloodthirsty Butchers, which is a friggin' blast. This film is a friggin' blast. Bloodthirsty Butchers, easily one of Andy Milligan's best. And here's the inside. With amazing artwork. This is from Code Red. And Code Red put out a lot of Andy Milligan films, saying that this was the best they were ever going to be. No one's ever going to reproduce these. This is, if you don't get these now, you'll never be able to get them. And Code Red, smart. Very smart. Bloodthirsty Butchers is a blast. A blast. I love Andy Milligan films. Next one is Torture Dungeon. And yes, this is a retrospective collection of Andy Milligan goodies, but Torture Dungeon is a blast. Set in the old Victorian times, and one of the actors has a New Jersey accent. I'm not even joking about this. When I first heard him talk, I dropped to the ground laughing. He must have been the worst actor I think I've ever seen in any film. This is old school, like Victorian times, seeing a guy with a New Jersey accent. Code Red. I like the makeup effects in this, though. Andy Milligan did a really good job with that. And he owned a Victorian house where he filmed a lot of his movies. And Torture Dungeon was definitely one of them. Probably Andy Milligan's one of his greatest films, I'd say. Torture Dungeon is a blast. And this one is his take on Jekyll and Hyde. That's the man with two heads. It says, so terrifying she would hold you and hold you and hold you. This is one you need a lot of patience for. But I really enjoyed it. Like, I have a lot of patience for films. And this one you need a lot of patience for. And this is his take on Jekyll and Hyde. And again, Code Red, doing a stellar job. Look at that. Beautiful artwork. Like I say, this is a fun film. But it moves at a very slow pace. But I still enjoyed it. Maybe I have just a lot of patience. I mean, I don't know. Knife slashing torture, shudder in the house of degradation. Fun film. And this is another really good one. I really enjoy this one. And that's The Rats Are Coming, The Werewolves Are Here. Another great Andy Milligan film. Yeah. Really good stuff by Code Red. A gruesome tale of man-eating rats, blood-sucking werewolves, and there's not a whole lot of rats in this film. I'm just going to say. It's more about werewolves and lichens. If you don't have the guts, stay away. In blood-dripping color. This is a fun movie, man. This moves at a really good pace. I kind of enjoy this one. Yeah. So these are the Code Red Andy Milligan titles. And this is The Rats Are Coming, The Werewolves Are Here. Now, speaking of Andy Milligan, we're talking about the Severance set. The Dungeon of Andy Milligan. And if you are a fan of B movies and don't have this, dude, you gotta pick this up right now. There are still copies on the Severance site, so definitely pick this one up. And it has the Ghastly Ones, which is another one of his greatest films. I love the Ghastly Ones. Torture Dungeon, which I showed you before. Legacy of Blood. Blood! The Rats Are Coming, The Werewolves Are Here. Great film. Nightbirds. Bloodthirsty Butchers, amazing film. Fleshpot and 42nd Street, which is his X-rated film, but it's really enjoyable. I really like that one a lot. Vapors, which is awesome. The Man with Two Heads, amazing. Seeds is great. Carnage, The Body Beneath is awesome. And Guru the Mad Monk is great. Perversely Arresting. Andy Milligan was one of the most extreme characters in exploitation cinema's lurid annals. Yeah, and here we have a booklet I'll show you. And this is the booklet. It's called Venom. Andy Milligan's Venom. There's some of these I cannot show on here, but yeah, look at this. From Torture Dungeon. Here's The Man with Two Heads. This is so worth picking up. Like, Andy Milligan bought a Victorian house, and he shot most of his films in there. And it's fantastic. And the acting is atrociously bad in a lot of these. There are some good actors in here, I'm not going to lie. He did wrangle up some really good actors, but he was part of a theater troupe, and he used a lot of people that were in his theater troupe in his films. And I think he just had fill-in parts for some other people as well, who maybe weren't the best of actors, but yeah, this is a set that you definitely have to have. If you don't have the guts, stay away. So great, man. So that's my Andy Milligan collection. Like I said, I get the cool red one, and I get the Severin box set, which is awesome. And now I'm going to show you some more Severin, and that's the Crypt of Christopher Lee. Which, if you love Christopher Lee, this is a no-brainer. You gotta pick this one up. They just, part 2 is out of this, which I have to get. But these are a lot of Christopher Lee's missing films. And it opens like this. I love boxes like this. Just open up like that. Castle of the Living Dead, which is awesome. I'll be reviewing that one very soon. Christopher Lee, Challenge of the Devil. Crypt of the Vampire, another great film. And this is Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace, directed by Terence Fisher. But yes, Christopher Lee playing Sherlock friggin' Holmes. Priceless. And this was a lost film. Theater Macabre, which is an actual show, and it has a couple of, well, it's an anthology series hosted by Lee. And these were some of the missing episodes on here, so that were hard to come by, so it's kind of cool that they have it. And the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, which is freaking awesome. And of course they have the requisite booklet, Christopher Lee, the Continental Connection. That's what I meant to say. Get this. I'm just going to show you a few pages of this. But most of you, like I say, have this, so. Oh, yeah. Really good booklet. I'm a huge fan of the booklets in these sets, box sets. Huge fan. This one has some sentimental value to me. It was my grandmother's, and when she passed away, I grabbed this in memoriam to her, so I can always remember her. This is a beautiful set, DVD set of Gone with the Wind. I simply adore this movie. Gone with the Wind's an amazing film. Clark Gable, Vivian Leigh, Olivia de Havilland, Leslie Howard. Look at this. I don't think you can get this one anywhere. But, I believe I bought this for my grandmother back in the day. That's like a Gone with the Wind booklet. So amazing. It's a beautiful set. And a beautiful film, I must say. One of the... I think this is one of the greatest films ever made, too. I mean, you could also say. Okay, let's put this over here. And my last one is another Paul Morrissey great, and that is Flesh for Frankenstein. And this is from Vinegar Syndrome, baby. Flesh for Frankenstein and Frankenstein 3D. Beautiful, beautiful Vinegar Syndrome set. Comes with a poster. It's beautiful. Look at this. The stitching, the discs are in here. And this was the original disc, and I got the replacement disc in there. So they sent a replacement disc, which is awesome of them to be so insightful to do that. This is an amazing, amazing masterpiece of film. Alright, and that's it for Collection Overview. I'll be back with another one very soon. Thank you, guys.